Well, hello, Saber fans. This is Harry Solo here, and my good friend Forza FX. Just hanging out on this lovely Sunday evening, coming to you from the great Pacific Northwest, and wherever my good friend Forza is at.
And the Southeast in Florida.
All right, both ends of the country. So, after I hand my girl a pen here, um, we're just gonna hang out tonight, answer some questions. We're just gonna kick it back, talk about Star Wars, talk about sabers, talk about lightsabers and sound fonts, especially because we have sound font creators in the house. Might have some other special guests pop in a little bit later. Um, so yeah, if you're stopping by tonight, feel free to shout it out in the comments, say hello, ask us some questions. Now's the time, um, and I'll answer what I can answer. So, how you doing tonight, Forrest?
I've got a dog on me.
You got a dog. Got a dog. How old's your dog?
She's 7 months.
Ooh, pup. Oh,
Oh,
there goes Wesson. A cat climbing on the shelf over there. My newest addiction to the Saber collection. Where you going? He's gonna hide back there for hours. What's going on, Flies? How you doing, bud?
do me a favor, drop that link in the private chat and I'll start getting it everywhere.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. Bam! There you go.
The YouTube link, sorry.
Oh, let me see. Guess I should bring that up. I got so many things going. I got the OBS going. I got the StreamYard going.
Flies tomorrow.
That's funny. I love that he actually still has that name.
Friend of yours?
Yeah. He used to go by Fly. He might get mad at me for telling this, but that's okay.
No
He
spoilers
was
now.
no spoilers. He was asking for some tips and some assistance on some Saber stuff, and we were giving him help. And it was always like typically it would be late at night, which is no fault. You know, we all have busy lives going on, and we'd give him some tips, and he'd say, "Okay, I'll give it a try tomorrow," or I'll try it tomorrow. So I said, you might as well just go ahead and change your name to Flies tomorrow at this point. Let's just go ahead and get it done with. And then the next second, bam. I love it. That's great. Mm. Man, I wonder where my Yoda Saber's at. I know Babu's got a lot of commissions going, but I am excited for that. Probably be about another month.
Yeah. Speaking of sabers,
Oh my
I
god.
got in. I got in on check that cat out. It's like I am getting in on the stream. Screw y'all. I've got two sabers from Jawa's Junkyard coming in, and I can't believe I did it. So the first one is their General Kenobi,
Okay.
which it finally hit the states, so it should be arriving here this week.
Nice.
And I made a font specifically for that, and then I jumped in on their Lop run, their Lop and Ocho run from Visions, and
Okay.
that thing is beautiful.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
it is
what.
gorgeous. Not my
So
particular cup of tea as far as hilt styles go, but I have to admire it for what it
dude,
is. It's so
I
gorgeous.
I love that episode. So I I had to grab it. Plus, I'm getting a nice stand made for it. And I think the Saber Trade, Devin Clark, is doing a blade specifically for that Saber, which will be really neat to have.
Oh, awesome. I wonder how that's going to turn out.
Well, in about 3-4 months, I'll show it. It's cool. It's real cool. It's also
Hmm.
going to be nice to have sabers that aren't direct connect.
Yeah. I mean, each grow on me, right? Like I love sitting here and playing around with my sabers on direct connect, even if I'm not testing my fonts. Like it's just awesome, right? It's so loud, and you get that full effect of the both speakers in your face.
Yeah.
But I do like, a good Saber with a nice high quality speaker in there. That's like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. Not
And
at
I
all.
know I was talking to Lord Reaver about potentially putting a 33 in this guy here, so I feel like that would
Yeah,
be,
dude.
I mean, why not, right? If you're gonna go big,
Cam's good
gorgeous
people.
hill. Yeah. I wouldn't mind putting a 33 in here. I don't know. I feel like that might be too loud though. Like for what?
Nah,
Why
man,
do
you're good. Nah, dude, you're
just
good.
full
It'll
send
work.
it? The neighbors downstairs at like 2 in the morning here and just whoa, whoa.
Oh my gosh, bro. I straight up can't with that.
That's funny.
So I want to say, if I'm going to give, I want to say that I'm finally going to be live within a couple of weeks. There's a lot of work left to do. There's that project you and I talked about, which I'm hoping comes to fruition and it turns out really well. But
Yeah.
I'm so much further than I was. Like I literally took this weekend and got, dude, I probably put 12 clocked work hours into getting things prepared this weekend, and
Oh yeah.
just to devote that to your hobby, that's a lot of time for work. Like it
Yeah.
really, really is.
No, it really is. I mean, I think there's a lot of people that don't realize the amount of work that does go into this stuff. I mean, from a third party perspective, it's like, oh, it's just a bunch of nerds with lightsabers. But at the other end of the day,
And go ahead
it's
and think
art.
that.
We're making art. I mean, there's art in the hilt community. There's art in the blade community. There's art in the electronics community and the sound community.
Dude, just prepping, like getting all your equipment set up to make your demo, and then get that. Make sure you could do it in one take.
Yeah.
Like it's work,
Oh,
bro.
I
Like
know.
it's really work, and then and you got to make sure it sounds good, and
Got to
there's a
make sure
lot.
you
There's
don't accidentally rip your direct audio cable out in the middle of a,
yeah,
a test, or have a cat jump in the middle of your lap in the middle of a video.
No, that's what outtakes and goofy music is for. If there's anything I learned from Corey Kenshin, outtakes and goofy music, and you just throw it all in there, and it works. Like people remember
Well,
that
yeah,
stuff.
why not?
They
Guest starring all my
absolutely
cats.
exactly. Oh my gosh! All right, let's see. So I got. Let's see if I post this real quick on my page. Let's see.
I did figure out though, StreamYard does let me switch audio inputs midstream, so I can actually switch to my Saber at any time, and I might do that at some point tonight and give y'all a little tease of some stuff I'm working on.
Yeah.
Little
Let's
sample of
go.
some stuff I've already put out. Not too much though. There be pirates around. There be pirates in the waters.
Soundfonts be nice, says I.
Surrender your wave files, yay.
Dude, it takes me back to The Simpsons. This chair be high, says I.
Oh
Oh,
man,
cool.
that's okay.
All right, so just making sure. Oh, I'm gonna drop this on the suspects really fast.
I need to get some brass black for this thing. So I put the aluminum black on it like 5 times and it just keeps coming off. All you weathering experts out there, let me know in the comments. We got an MPP 25 here. See if my autofocus will pick the Saber. So you can see some of the spots like right here where we got raw brass. Right now, I've put aluminum black on there a few times and it just comes off because it's brass, obviously.
Mhm.
Some spots that it sticks on okay and it looks pretty all right. Like around here, we got some nice blacking. But I mean, overall, the hilt still looks gorgeous. I love the way it looks now, but I feel like just adding some extra black in there over these like red brassy spots would really make it a lot better. But all the gun shops near me don't have brass black, of course. They just have aluminum. But I guess that makes sense. I don't think there's any brass guns out there. And nobody's polishing their brass casings. I got this guy.
Check your private chat.
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right.
For sure,
I'll
man.
just put the one in that you sent me.
Cool.
Sound bank selection.
Went over my helmet? How'd you kill her?
There it is. Bro, that's so crispy.
Oh, yeah. This one's real crunchy. I'll play this on my direct Saber in a minute here, but I've been having an issue with this. I mean, this is my CFX one I just got, right? And I'm still kind of getting used to CFX. The font, when I loaded it on there, it's not playing the accent swings.
Okay.
So I think it's just something to do with the smooth swing profile, but I don't know why.
Yes, there. Okay, yes. So in there, if I recall correctly, in the config, there's like 3 settings. One of which plays smooth swing only, one of which plays accents only, and then one plays both.
Yeah, I think so. And I think hybrid is the one that I want.
Mm-hmm.
And
I want to say that's setting 2, but check.
Yeah,
but
I'm looking
read the manual.
Yeah. Read the manual. I should just print out. I want to start making like, I'll do this for Profi and CFX. You know how they make those little like pocket Bibles that are like this big and you put them on a keychain? I'm gonna start doing that with the CFX and Profi manual. Just put it all in one. Start selling them.
No, you know what I want to do? I want to get a shirt made for every annoying thing said in Saberland. So I need a shirt that says pro dash fee, and then under it says PRAW dash fee. So I gotta get that. I need to get a shirt that says read the manual.
Yep.
I got to get a shirt that says Direct Connect. Oh man.
How about which way does the battery go?
Uh-huh.
Or you
Yep.
just put spring side, spring side negative or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, I changed it to hybrid. We'll see if this makes it any difference.
All right.
I think that was the problem because it was on standard for some reason. I don't know why. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, buddy. Woo! Yeah, that was the trick. I love that font. That's one of my favorite ones.
Good work. Good job. Let's see. Did he jump in here yet?
I don't think so. I've been watching this time. Is it my turn on this?
Hold on.
Me and my girl were playing around like a slow game of chess back and forth, like a as we go kind of thing.
Okay.
Well, hello.
Yo, what's up?
How you
Yo,
doing,
dude.
sir?
Dude, I am good. So, first and foremost, Harry, I gotta say, like, I've seen a lot of you, a lot of your work, really like it. So that's why I kind of wanted to actually join in on the call rather than interacting in the YouTube comments.
Yeah, heck
know?
yeah, man. Glad to have you.
Yeah, dude,
Really
same.
appreciate it.
Thanks for
Jeff,
having
I
me.
see Jeff.
Jeff.
What's up, Jeff? Now that's a man I've not seen in a long time. Nah, Jeff's always a pleasure to talk to and hang out with. Jeff is my moral compass. He's always filled with wisdom and good information.
You must let the force be your guide.
Yeah, pretty much. Otherwise, the live streams become a place of scum and villainy.
Oh man, it is my turn. Okay. Well, I won last time, so let's see if I can keep my streak going.
No.
Yep. All right, it's your turn. Doing a slow game of chess.
Mm.
So what do you guys got going in the works? Anything you want to disclose? Any sneak peeks? Anything you want to tease? Any exciting updates?
Forz, you want to go first, or?
Oh, I did let at the beginning of the stream. I did let some folks know that I'm hoping that within the next couple of weeks,
Yes.
I will be live. Like, that's going to be my grand return.
Let's go.
Long awaited. Long awaited.
I've been getting messages close to every day. Like, where are you? Why aren't you on Repulse anymore? Where can I find your stuff? Can I buy something? The links don't work.
Yeah, I've been seeing it in the in like Discord and everything too. People asking like, where's Force? Where can I find his stuff? Where can I find his fonts?
I'm
He'll be
working on
back.
things.
He'll be back.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, he's coming. Things are coming.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you all what. I will. 1 second. Let me. Boom. I'll give you all just a tiny little sneak peek of what's coming. You all ready?
Oh yeah.
Just a little sneak peek. Don't want to spoil too much. But here it is. Y'all get ready. It's coming.
It's coming.
Dude, I am so
So-
hyped.
Me too.
That looks so clean.
Yeah, I've been working on this stuff since November.
You know what it's got? You know what that reminds me of, right? You know what? I know you know what I'm gonna say.
Final Fantasy,
Yes, sir.
all the way down to the lettering.
Yep.
Hmm.
You hit it on the head with that one, man. That's perfect.
Because that's who I am. That's what I'm about. I mean, I'm about 90s retro fantasy RPG. I mean, that's my persona. That's where my head lives. That's where my heart lives. I will always be that first and foremost Super Nintendo, PlayStation 1 RPG guy. That's yeah, it's in everything I do, it's in everything I say, it's everything I am. That's
Hell yeah, man.
it's just how it is, dude. I'm super super excited now that I'm, more or less on my own to bring my content in a way that it represents me.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. I'm super looking
So-
forward to seeing it and hearing it, obviously.
Oh, and look at the bottom
What's
left.
up, Ian?
It's just another surprise. We have the Gentleman Jedi joining us tonight. Hello,
Hello.
Hello
Hello. How are
there.
you doing? Oh, wrong
Good.
character.
sir.
Oh, look, Skeletor joined the chat.
It's Skelly. How you doing?
Huh. Skelly's out for the night. He's already caused some hell today. We're good.
Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming by.
I'm happy to actually be able to join in this time.
Yeah.
Are we having a party?
It seems that way. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get my channel off to a good start. I mean, obviously, I'm a bit new over Fontsmith. July, August was my official debut into the scene last year. I've been kind of working my way through the community and just getting to know a lot of you great folk and just getting to collaborate with some of you. I know Ian here helped me out with some sounds and some voices for my Ultron font, which is
Hex, yes.
yeah, he did a slamming job on those. Just really gives you that feel of David Spader, which is exactly what I wanted.
Clearly, you've never made an omelet.
But yeah, no, it's really great to have y'all here and help me get the channel off to a good start. And I'm hoping to do these weekly Hangout streams every weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, just whenever I have time. Things are going to be getting a lot better too with my gear and my setup. I got a lot of really cool things coming, so the streams are going to start looking cooler and cooler as things go on. And yeah, going to be able to start incorporating direct audio elements more and more easily into my videos like these and my streams, so I can kind of
Connect, baby.
Yep, direct connect, baby. But right now, it's still possible, and I might tease some of that later. I can do it by swapping my headset with my Saber. I just can't talk and do it at the same time. But yeah, but let's. I just like to go around, and if everybody wants to just say, if there's anything you're working on. I know Forrest was just talking about his return, his long-awaited debut is coming back in. Shadow Tech, is there anything you've begun cooking in the fire?
Oh man, I've got a lot of stuff cooking.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, so first off, I've got a 3D printed Visions Ronin hilt that
Oh.
should be coming to me tomorrow.
Okay.
Which, Ian, I'm going to be getting with you sometime soon about that Xenopixel core.
Yep, I actually have it right here.
Nice, perfect. Yeah,
There you
I'll
go.
shoot you a message later about that.
All right,
So
yeah.
I've got that going. I how should I word this? I purchased, I guess. Just waiting for it to actually be made. A black tone Cal Kestis cosplay, like really good quality stuff.
Oof.
Been working with this guy for some music tracks for some stuff that he's working on. Which Harry, by the way, if you ever want some guitar tracks or whatever, shameless plug, but
Oh,
I'm
sick.
I'm a guitarist of 9 years.
Awesome.
I used to do his outros in some of his old videos.
Still does.
Still do. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Awesome. I'll definitely get in touch with you about that. I'm a drummer, so I bang on things. I don't know how to do melodies, so
Hey, perfect. Hey, maybe
I like to call that
maybe we
local
can
business.
collab.
that's right.
Dude, yeah, maybe we can collab on something.
Yeah, absolutely. Ian, you cooking up anything? No?
Yes, the freak he is.
He's just making voices for all of our stuff.
Pretty
Mhm.
much. That's all I'm doing. I don't have any skills beyond that and singing. That's about it.
That's plenty of a skill though. I mean, look at what we're doing with it, man. I mean, voice lines are awesome, and especially we've all heard the quotes before. We've all heard the stuff ripped from the movies, the games, but when you have that different delivery, that natural representation that comes from a different human, that just adds something into it that catches the ear right off the bat. So
Anger and lust for power.
Disappointed.
I
I'm not Kyle.
I was just about to say.
Dark Master of the Universe.
It has to, yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I was going to extend the invite, Harry. If it goes down, gonna bring you on Suspects here pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be more than happy to hop on there with y'all.
All right, dude. So what are you cooking up aside from that little juicy tidbit you shared earlier?
Okay. Well, I was just kind of getting my rig all set up to show you. Couple things. So I'm trying to get through mostly my commission stuff right now. I just put out Princess Bride, which I'm sure y'all saw. That was a commission, and I'm super happy with how that turned out. I mean, I didn't think at first I was going to be able to even really do a great job on a rapier font for Inigo Montoya from Princess Bride. I mean, it's different, you know. I've heard sword fonts, you know, Reaver
Yeah.
did a great one. Reaver's was awesome. I came at it with the aspect of wanting to capture that 90s fantasy film vibe. Like you are in a movie on a cliff top on the set fighting the other actor with a rapier. Like that's kind of the vibe I was going for, and I think it came out pretty awesome. So I'm happy with
Was
that.
it 90s or late 80s?
I think it was,
It was-
late 80s, early 90s, I think.
Right, because
Yeah.
Andre the Giant was in that.
I want to say it was like 91 or something like that. Because I looked this up the other day. Or no, 87. You're right. Okay. Yeah, it was the soundtrack that was 91. That's what I got mixed up on.
I took a listen at it the other day, and quite honestly, man, one of the hardest things to capture and reproduce, especially with smooth swing, is metal weapons. Metal
Yes.
weapons is one of the
Yep.
hardest thing to do because naturally, as people who use smooth swing and people who create smooth swing, you want to just put something in the space.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like if this were CF9, CF8, CF7.5, this would not be an issue because all you would have is just your back then they were just swings. They weren't called accent swings. They weren't called hybrid swings. They were just called swings. And you could have that. Matter of fact, some of the classic greats like Novastar, Machinima, Link, they would make sword-based fonts. Legend of Zelda was a perfect example, and those fonts were amazing, and they did so well, especially when guys like Novastar went in and he didn't have a very good hum base to go with, so he just used music from the game and you were interactive.
Yeah.
And dun, 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 shrink ear, you know.
Yep.
So it worked back then, but now it's like, okay, we have smooth swing and there's a new formula.
Yeah, there's a lot more tools to make it more convincing as what you want it to be, is, you know, as a prop, as others, something besides a lightsaber, because really what we're making is, you know, prop sounds, right? So it's
Mhm.
like I tried to think of what, if I sat there with my saber off, and you swing it around and you hear the sound that it makes, that woof, woof, as it goes through the air, right? You get just movement of the air. So the hum for that was kind of some wind noise that I use anyways. And I mixed that wind noise from being on a cliff top with those, whoosh sounds that you would hear. And I'm not going to say how I did it, but I think it came out pretty nice.
Isaac!
Isaac!
Yes! Oh, he found us. Yay!
What's going on,
Isaac
man?
Isaac finds everyone.
Yes. He's like Darth Eddie. He is everywhere you want to be. Oh, it's a party when Isaac joins. All right, boys. Well, you can't have a live stream without me creating some controversy. So let's get controversial and let's have a serious conversation about something. And we can have this conversation because it's live. It's live. Okay. This was a post that came out within the week that basically said cat is out of the bag. So let's talk about it. It is FET263's new font blade style library. Have you guys had a chance to read up on it?
So I have not heard of this, but is this indicating that it's not only a blade style library but also a font library?
Not particularly, no. If I'm understanding what he has to say correctly, what's going to happen is that he's going to feature his blade styles, okay? And then those font makers who wish to participate, their fonts are going to be more or less advertised to go with the blade style. So, for example, let's say you want an ROTJ, right? You want an ROTJ. So we all know Fernando made a classic Luke ROTJ blade style. So font makers who participate, let's use Brandon Link, for example. Let's say Brandon participates with Fernando. So in a drop-down menu, it's going to show Link's Custom Sounds, or Repulse. And then his font will show up on, I'm trying to get between my camera and my hands here, on the screen. So the blade style, like you see the Saber on the screen and the blade style. Well, when you click power on, Brandon or Link's power on will play instead of just the Saber igniting visually. His sound will play. His hum will play. His swing will play. His blaster will play, and his power off will play for you. Any other font maker who participates and they have a Return of the Jedi font, like Harry, you, for example, okay, let's say you jump in and you put a Luke ROTJ font up. So then in the drop-down menu, you'll choose Harry Solo fonts. The blade style, I believe, will reset. And then when you click power on, your sound will play with the same blade style. Mm-hmm. So it's going to go through. So each font maker will have the ability to participate and choose one of their own fonts that will be uploaded to the site. And then in another menu or another place on there, he's going to have a link that's going to take. So if you like the sound that you hear during the blade style demonstration, you'll be able to click on the link and it'll take you to the store of the font maker, be it if he's on Saber font or if they have their own spot, so that people will be encouraged to buy the font creator's work. And that's more or less how it was explained to me and how it's going to go. As Profi users, all three of you, Harry, you're a Profi user too, aren't you? Okay, so as Profi users, Ian, what do you think of a setup like that?
A setup like that would actually make a lot more sense, especially for someone like me who does font reviews, knows what I'm hearing, hums, lockups, everything. All of that is just It's paint on the canvas. To be
Okay.
able to see what's coming and what it sounds like, to do a comparison. Because right now, in order to compare the font and the blade style that he has, you have to put it on your Saber and decide, do I like that? If not, you have to start over. To be able to check out somebody's font that you yourself might have with that before you upload it on your board, I think it's a great idea.
Aaron, what do you think?
Okay, so initially, so I'm gonna give you like my full opinion on this. Initially, when you brought it up, I thought it was gonna be like a blade style library and a font library. Like I thought we were breaching into font piracy type of area, but clearly what's being painted here is the fact that there are font artists that are willing to sort of contribute to this. They're not necessarily, it's not necessarily selling their font, sort of, because it's just providing a visual and auditory example. So, and as long as that link is there to go directly to the seller's page, I think that's completely fine. But very similar to what Ian was saying, I think it's a great idea because, especially with Profi, it's not just as easy with like CFX or Golden Harvest where you can just take the font, drop it in there, and if you don't like it, you can just take it out and drop something else in there. Being able to choose a blade style that you have an idea that you want and hear the sound that you're going for go along with it. And who knows, maybe you don't have that font yet. So maybe having sort of an interactive way of messing with the font as like a bit of a demo, I think it's a great idea.
Harry, what do you think? I do think it's a good idea. I like the concept of it. On paper, like being able to visualize the sound with the effect that it's doing. I know that CFX does a similar setup with their
Tristan?
yeah, with their blade library. Because I've participated in a similar thing where I know a couple of the blade effects on there where if you go and look at it, he shows a video of it, you know, in action, I think on his Saber or whatever, and then like along with that, it'll have the font loaded up on there to show kind of how it looks with the font on there. He's not swinging it around or doing anything like that. You don't really get a whole lot of you don't get any of the effects really, other than if it's an ignition effect that he's trying to show, or you know, a blade style effect, just a basic, you know, static effect while it's humming. Then you know he'll have the link on there and say, you know, you can go to this font maker's website and get this font. So it's a similar setup, but Profi's is a little bit more in depth, being able to click on the things that you want to play and trigger it, and you have the Saber, you know, interactive thing sitting there on the screen that you can turn and do, you know, whatnot with. But I'm curious. I'm curious to see how it's going to look when it's all like said and done, and after people decide to participate in it or not. I'm curious to see, like, you know, what the levels of entry are for us font makers, whether it's going to be, you know, I know that it's being talked about as being as like a paid tier thing. And I'm not Fernando, so I can't speak anything, you know, with any solidarity because I'm not, you know, him. I can't say anything's set in stone. Just from what, you know, I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, I mean, I like the concept of it. I think it's really freaking cool. I don't want to see lesser known, smaller creators coming from somebody like me who's, you know, newer to the scene, right? Who is humping to get just any kind of, you know, visual traffic or audio traffic, however you call it, visitors to see my work. Because, you know, for me, it's not about money. I just want people to see what I've made and enjoy it. You know, when people tell me, hey, you know, I got your font and I really love it, That's more important to me, and I'm trying to maximize that. So I wonder if the trade-off is going to be there for the investment into it financially, and then is it going to bring a whole ton of extra traffic advertising wise? I mean, because if it's just somebody like me who knows Profi, and I go on there and I'm looking at a blade style and I'm like, okay, I want to go find a blade style, and I'm not even going to click those buttons and demo it, or like I might one time if it's a new effect that I haven't seen before, I might press it once and I'll hit it and I'll hear a sound on there and I'll be like, okay, it might be like a clash or like an ignition. That's not gonna make me. I mean, I'm a font smith, right? But I'm just thinking as an average user, an end user, is it necessarily going to make them go, oh yeah, I'm going to go run and buy that font now because I heard that one wave file or that two wave files on there? So I wonder, is the investment there where it's worth it to put like your whole library of sounds on there? I mean, one or two, maybe. Sure. He asked, I submitted one of mine, I think two of mine, because he wanted to test out the platform, just get it all tested up, see the code working in action. So I sent him a couple of mine just to test it out. So I'm
What was
curious
his
to see,
feedback?
on
Like, did he come back and say it worked really well? The sound is nice and clear on the site. Like,
it
there
was
was no
like super recent. I haven't heard back yet. So
Okay.
yeah, I think we'll hear more in the next week or so. But I think it's a positive thing. I just, like I said, I'm curious to see how it's going to play out and unfold in the longer run.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think it's a really cool feature. I mean, gosh, being able to hear little snippets of sound along with the blade effect in real time, that's really cool. I would really like it if we had some kind of like a simulator, where I could, digitally load files onto a digital like Saber like 3D model like that he has on the site, and then just like use my mouse to just, click it around so I don't have to load files onto a Saber and test it, with smooth swing integration and see how the sounds blend together using Profi's code. But I think that's a far shoot from where we're at. But it's a step in the right direction. So
Mhm.
I like it. I'm curious to see how it's going to go. Um, I hope it doesn't end up being, hard to navigate and cluttered. Um, because
That just
I think
depends
it's,
upon the ease and usability, though. I mean,
yeah,
I've been on
absolutely.
I've been on Fernando's pages fairly recent, and I mean, it's pretty much just as simple as, I mean, his clipboards are already set. It allows you at the push of a button, copy style to clipboard,
Yeah,
paste
I loved it.
style, hit power on. So my hope would be, copy style, copy font, hit
Hmm.
power on, and then you're demoing not only your style but the sound.
Yeah.
So the
I'm
site
curious how it's going to
sounds
work
pretty
though,
fascinating.
in the terms of like, is it just going to be one font per effect, like chosen, or is it going
No,
to be there's a
that's what
drop
the
down menu?
yes, that's what the drop down menu is for. Like,
So
so maybe you don't want to listen to a particular font maker. Maybe you're looking for your favorite.
okay,
You
okay,
you go find your favorite. You click on there. You listen to it, and you're like, that's not really the taste of what my favorite dude normally does. What does this guy sound like? What does this guy sound like? And then,
yeah,
but the blade style, from my understanding, depending upon the character chosen, um, will not change. Visually, it's going to be the same
hmm,
regardless. Um, so and again, everything is to be determined,
yeah,
with how he brings the site up. But it has been a pretty hot topic for the past week, and I was curious at what you guys were thinking at this point thus far.
yeah. I'm curious to see what becomes of it soon. It sounds like
Com-
it's happening. So
Comment section. What do y'all think, Jeff? If you're still here, Isaac, what do y'all think of what do y'all think of what's fixing to pop on that? Because Oh.
And while the comments are chatting, I'm gonna set up my demo saber here so I can give y'all a little taste of what I got in the fire. So I'm gonna be off headset for a second. So if anybody needs me for anything, just send up smoke signals, and I'll interpret it or something.
Smoke signals.
Oh, he's about to. Oh man. So Isaac says that he would love to be able to do something like that just as a consumer. Yeah, the interactivity presents a whole new level. So that's good. If 98 cents and we need your 2 cents.
Your thoughts.
Bloody brilliant.
I thought it was clever.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, the image that I shared earlier, and I was like just kind of rambling. I didn't get an opportunity to say anything, but that image earlier was done by Jim at Fulcrum and the Force, and he's been super busy helping a lot of artists and service people in the community lately. Jeff, I think it's cool because you can experience the font more before buying. I hope if they are mixed with the config, there's some effort put into the naming of the font. That causes problems sometimes with all the different naming and file batching. Okay, so we talked about
right.
that, Jeff, and what he had mentioned was a category, and the first categorization that's going to come up is going to be done by character. So if you're looking for classic Luke, Graflex Blue, I think you can click, Luke /ANHESB, and you'll then be taken to a spot where that blade style is going to exist. And then your font makers, if they have that font, they're going to be loaded in there, and it's going to be, the name. I think it's the font maker's name, then the name of the font. If I'm recalling this correctly via the conversation, it'll be the name of the character, the name of the font maker, and the name of their font. So if it were me, it would be like for ROTJ, it would be ROTJ Luke /ForsFX /daddy issues. Does that make sense? I think that's how it's going to happen. I'm not saying it is, but these were all discussion topics. I hope it for whoever.
Oh, it's about to get real.
Why you say that? Yes.
Show me the strength of your republic.
Don't cross the streams.
The NASA team is ready for launch.
Stasis. Destabilize.
Show me the strength.
Uh-oh. Harry Solo Fonts has entered the ring.
Shut up and take my money.
Y'all heard this boy's got a Malgus font now, so that makes two of us.
And then I'll make another Malgus review that needs to get done by me.
Well, that's just a little sneak peek of some stuff that I have out currently, and then some stuff that's in the works.
That's awesome.
As Force mentioned, yep, there is a Malgus font. It kind of happened as a little happy little accident, but it's turning into something really beautiful.
It's so nice. It's so nice. And I really wanted people to know that, yes, I'm aware he did a Malgus font, and no, he didn't steal anything from me. For those who want to over-critique things,
No,
and if he did not steal sounds from me.
If you want a really awesome Malgus font, go check out this guy's font. His Malgus is amazing. But
And if you want a really nice Malgus font, go check out this guy's Malgus font, because it's really freaking amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
Because Malgus is an equal opportunity dark side killer.
That's true. Anybody
He
can
hates
join
everybody the
his
same.
Sith Empire.
I would like to comment on your Luke font there. Those swings are crystal clear.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
that you don't have that cinematic approach to it where it's like you could almost hear the cinema, the cinema sound popping in the background, like
Yep.
literally everybody's ROTJ font,
Yep.
like including
Yeah.
mine. Yours is like really, really crispy. So it's another nice different approach to it.
The concept there with that Luke font is just to give an homage to the classic film, sound, but also make it something that's modernized for what we have now. Like just to make it a really badass Luke font, but still pay respect to the original sound. So it's got that vintage feel, but at the same time, really punchy on those swings, nice and crystal clean sound.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was going for. And then, you got the Malgus on the other end of it, which is just crunch city.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't go anywhere but crunch city with him. You seriously can't.
No.
You really can't. Your dark saber is nice.
Thank you. Yeah, that's still in
There's
its
not
super
many
early
directions
stages.
you can go with it. Like it's one of those
It's
fonts
dark
where
saber.
it just kind of is.
Yeah, it's the dark saber. It's as long as you get that whirly sound to it, then you're good to go.
I mean, there's to be truthful, there's literally only one font artist out there who has taken the dark saber font and really made it his own. The hum, I think, is made up of 7 freaking layers.
Yeah.
It's Link's. Brandon, it's Link's. To this day, I will still say, hands down, Link made the best Darksaber font. Period.
So
Better than any of them out there. Because
So-
just about a majority of them, not all of them, but a majority of them are carbon copies. But his, my God, it's so... It's refreshing is what it is. That's the word I'm looking for. It's refreshing. It's unique. You know that it's Darksaber, but it pops. It stands out more than the rest. It's almost like you can see it. It just shines brighter. Like it almost twinkles. It's so freaking good. It's like you can't see a sound. Yes, the freak
You got to
can.
experience it. You got to
You have
experience
to.
it.
Yeah.
You have to experience it. It's just that good.
So, fun fact about Link's Darksaber font. Shortly after he released it, he sent me like a little video of all of the different layers in Audacity. There was like 7 or 8 different layers, and he played them all individually. It was so cool hearing like even the small subtle things in it that you may not immediately hear, but it's there. And if it wasn't there, it just wouldn't be the same. I thought that was really cool.
It's little things like that that really make me happy. What Harry did on his Malgus, he has an ignition that I never would have used. It's quick and it's sharp and it's not super chunky bassy like I thought it should be, because he let me hear it yesterday, and it works for him. It works for Malgus. It's just whoosh, that just comes out without all the bassiness to it. And holy crap, dude! I won't use it, but it works. It works. Like I could see Malgus in battle. I can see him responding quickly, like a quick ignite of the saber, and that particular sound comes out. Yes,
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. Yes.
That's
works.
Malgus to me. He's quick, decisive.
Yeah.
And then that the NASA one you heard there, the little bit of that's commission for Tierfon Orbital. I'm actually doing that's should be out probably in the next week or two here. So
Sweet.
stay tuned. I used so many really cool samples for the audio for that. It's been so fun doing that. And when he came to me, he wanted, he asked for a NASA / Saturn rocket theme sound font. So I'm thinking, okay, like, what do I go with that? Like a rocket, just a straight up rocket. And a couple of things he asked for in particular, he wanted some of the sounds of that really choppy, punchy, like exhaust noise that you hear downrange from recordings of like the Apollo launch and stuff like that. So I used some of those samples, and then I really tried to capture that poppiness in there. I still got to do a little work to it just to make it come through well on the speakers. That's a trick with that kind of audio, just because it's so airy with the exhaust noise. But that's what he wanted. So it's always that challenge of trying to find what works with what the customer wants, and then making it, because he also said make it something that everybody else can enjoy too. So
So,
Yeah.
Harry, question.
yes, sir.
How much do you charge for a commission?
So I typically will start at about 150. It does vary just depending on like a few different aspects and whatnot. But I always talk with people extensively up front. It's not just like, hey, yeah, shoot me a commission on send me a $150 and I'll do it. It's
Yeah.
okay. What would you like? Is this something that I feel confident that I can deliver you? Now, is this a timetable that you're okay with? Now, if you want it faster, that is going to increase things a little bit. If you want certain bits here and there, that's going to increase things a little bit. But yeah, generally my rates will start around 150 for a commission. So
Because I have an idea for a font, and I feel like this is sort of a very niche type of sound font, but I think you could do it.
Yeah. I mean, I love challenges too. So
So do you want to at least hear what my idea is? Like
yeah, hit me. What do you got?
Crystalline Workshop.
Crystalline Workshop.
So if you know, back in the day, Novastar released a font called Crystalline Workshop, and also Mad Cow released his Calibrate font. These are fonts that are sort of like calibrating and fine tuning your Saber. They work best with exposed crystal chambers or really nice chassis when you expose them. There's a lot of like beeps, blips, there's like voice lines in there, which I could help you or Ian could help you with the voice lines.
Okay.
But based on what I've heard, like your style when you do fonts, I think you could pull it off.
It sounds something I'd be interested in for sure.
Like definitely something that sounds like electronic. Very mechanical, electronic, like you're working on it. Oh, he's checking it out right now.
I was gonna say I recognize that intro.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I could totally do something like that. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like like my kaiju killer one. That's like very similar to the direction I was kind of going with that. It's just you're in the robot cockpit seat. What do you hear? You got UI interface beeps and stuff like that. You have machine parts moving around. You got clicks and clangs. The bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps. Yeah, I would definitely love to do that, man.
I've already commissioned Brandon for a font similar with that theme. I don't know. You might have heard when I talked about it a bit. It's my Katie font. So again, shameless plug. If anyone ever gets a custom installed Saber from me, they will get a copy of Katie for free.
I love that font.
Yeah, and
Nice.
Katie stands for Kyber Artificial Intelligence Diagnostics Engine.
Love it. I love it.
So I would definitely love your take on like a Calibrate Crystalline Workshop type of font.
Yeah, I'm super down. Yeah, I would love to.
Sweet.
Yeah, man. You know how to reach me, right? On Instagram or Facebook or
Yeah, shoot. I will add you on Instagram right now.
Cool.
If I haven't already.
There's a million ways to reach me nowadays.
Oh, I'm already following you.
Yeah, man, I'd love to do that. That's wild. I like that. That's outside the box. I like that kind of stuff.
Sweet.
Yeah, y'all know I'm up to something.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
It's got the glow stick out.
Did you get your email?
I'll look right now as soon as I get this fuzzball off my workspace. Oh. Need a new chair.
I need one too.
It's already on your list of things to get me. Oh, okay. All right. Let me do what must be done.
Do what must be done. I gotta change headphones.
Wait, is what's about to happen what I think's gonna happen?
And it's gonna happen
Yes.
live.
Let's go.
And it's
the-
gonna happen live.
The nice thing is too, I have like I can still hear you guys when I have my Saber plugged in just fine. So you can give me like a cue to go. Give me a moment though. Just gonna
sure that Harry, you and I are at the same volume. Otherwise, it's not gonna work.
yes. We can do another font or something to test beforehand.
Yes. So I'm gonna mute myself just to.
And I'm gonna have to go into edit mode anyways and switch over to it. So what I want to put it on, that's the question.
Easiest way to test it is we both go to our Luke fonts and just do that.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Okay. Da-da-da-da.
All right. So I'm on mine. So I don't know how loud that is for you guys.
It was pretty good.
Lower the gain just a little bit.
Yeah, maybe just down just a tad. I don't know how mine sounds on your end, so that's gonna be the trick.
Father, you've arrived.
Yeah, and I like the little twists.
Isaac, you still here?
Yeah, shout out in the comments who's still hanging with us. I really appreciate everybody coming by.
Because y'all about to miss out if you're not here. This will be the very first reveal of some of my new content.
Does it have a font or boot sound?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I know what I'm listening for at least.
So, question.
Give me 1 sec. Yeah.
Before you guys demo that one font together,
Mm-hmm.
can I talk about it and explain it?
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Sweet. Yes. I freaking love it. Mm.
It's your font.
Oh, and I did record a in-hilt speaker demo that
Thank you.
I'll email it to you sometime tonight.
Woohoo. He's trying it. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh yeah. Well, he's on. Yeah, he's on. He's on mute because Jeff. Oh, Jeff. I think he doesn't want to blow all of our speakers out. Plus, we have to calibrate our sound. I love the visible. I love the visible confusion. It sounds so good. Go to your Luke font.
The NASA team is ready.
Don't cross the streams.
Show me the.
And you might want to turn your gain up a little bit. All right. Turn your gain up.
I need to hear both going at the same time to really. Oh, Forrest, you need to turn your.
Let's try it again. Better?
Yeah, try there. Forrest, turn yours up a little bit. That's so weird. It almost seems like when Harry's is going, Forrest's cuts out. Except for whenever you do your swings, whenever you're actually moving it.
It's probably the blend of the sound then.
Probably.
It's like if you're gonna snuff out a fire, make a new fire.
Yeah.
It cancels out the other one.
Well, I'm going to mute myself so I can set this up. So, Aaron, if you want to talk about this thing.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
So the font that they are preparing to demo is a font that I commissioned Forrest to do called Split. Now, the story behind this is very Jedi Fallen Order in nature, in which when a Padawan is building their lightsaber for the first time, their kyber crystal cracks and splits in half. And determined to still make it work, they end up putting each half of the crystal in each side of their saber, like this. So, separately, they sort of have slightly different sounds, but when they're going together, it has such a unique sound that really just sings to you. And that's kind of what I wanted. Mainly was I wanted a font where there was two hums that really complemented each other. And thanks to my musical background, I was able to pinpoint certain notes so that Forrest could align everything to those notes so that everything just meshed together.
Harry has the left saber. I have the right saber. The way the font was built was, first of all, when you get the font, it's all part of the exact same package. This font is specifically meant for staves and two together. Or excuse me, you got to choose either a staff or use two sabers at the same time.
Yeah, so a saber pair or a double-bladed saber.
Yes. I've been looking for a double direct connect way to do this. So I sent left saber to Harry, and I'm using right. So,
And I have both.
and I'll let Harry go first, and then I'll go, and then we'll light them up, and you guys can see the harmony that is Split. Split is the very first new font that I will be releasing upon my return. Split. And that's how Split works.
The gentleman needs that in these.
It's sync.
Yes! Oh, that could not have went more perfect.
So there's going to be 2 demos upon release. So Harry and I are going to be demoing it in Direct Connect coordinated. And then in the same video, Aaron will have them in 2 sabers, so you'll hear what it sounds like in hilt. So I'm going to mute so that he can do the in hilt demonstration.
Oh, I'm doing that now.
Yes, now, but you'll also be able to get the recording as well.
Okay.
So, Split.
Quick side note, one thing that I like about this font is that it doesn't necessarily sound too light or too dark in nature. So, in my opinion, it really works with any blade color.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely fits.
I'll swap around. So, left side. My button's going out on me. and right side. And together.
It works. I don't even have a staff or a dual saber, but I'd still get it.
It's sick, dude.
Once I get this side
as
installed.
standalones, they're great for just generic. Like, I don't know what the freak to do with this kind of a font. It's like, you know, if you're not looking for a character, you just want some Star Warsy harmonic sounds. It works. It's like the NVIDIA people say, it just works.
It just works.
I was real happy with this. Was really, really happy with this.
Killer job. I'm excited for that.
Who's in the private chat?
Oh, shoot.
Oh, it's my buddy. I accidentally sent him the wrong link. Oops.
Yeah, for the right side, I like, honestly, purple, pink, or even a yellow. Honestly, I think works really well. I did this one just because my daughter asked me to, and it kind of fits.
And see, me personally, some of my favorite colors are orange and cyan. So I usually have both of them either cyan or orange.
Brandon.
I'm a big orange lightsaber fan myself. My audio was like popping weird a couple times. I wonder if my cord was just like coming out or what the heck was going on during that. Did you notice that too?
So I checked this font 10,000 times, and the reason I don't run the left font is because for some reason my Golden Harvest hates it. I had to run the right one because in the left one, when you go from smooth swing to stop, like it transitions from smooth swing to hum or or accent to hum. Before I changed the SD card out, it was like pip, pop.
Yeah.
So I'm frantically checking my programs, and I'm like, it's all fine, it works. And before I was looking on I checked my CFX Direct Connect Saber, worked perfectly fine, everything looped well, nice transition. Throw it in the Golden Harvest. Nope, Golden Harvest didn't want to deal with it.
I mean, you heard that during when I was swinging it around. It popped a couple of times.
I know, and I was like, what the freak is going on?
I just popped my speaker in. It's only at 100 volume, so I could barely hear it, but
I don't know what it is. I just don't know.
Yeah, it's doing it. It's doing it too. Yeah.
That's really weird. But Aaron's doesn't do that. That's the weirdest thing, dude. And again, open it up in your sound program.
Whoa.
I know. Everything loops perfectly. It's all seamless when you open it up in your editor. It's perfectly seamless. So I have no idea. I just think it's funny that his works So disclaimer:
Huh,
don't buy Split for Golden Harvest.
It's
It'd
only
go on my profis.
check. I will check. I'll help you look at it. I think I have a hunch at what it might be, but
I hope I didn't
I'm
save
not
metadata in
100%
one of those
sure.
freaking files.
I don't think so.
So I will say, I know that the right side of Split that I have on here, it pops, and I'm using Profi, but so does a bunch of other fonts, and it might be because I'm using a 24 millimeter speaker that I took out of a LGT core.
See,
That might be what
the
it
right
is.
side. See, my right side of Split doesn't pop at all.
Oh shit!
What's up? You found one, didn't you?
I think I found it, buddy.
Okay, good. No, I'm glad that you did. I'm glad that you did.
Private chat.
10-4.
All right, Ian. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Yep, I'll be around, guys.
Appreciate you.
All right,
Good to see
brother.
you. My camera battery's about to die soon, so this is gonna be coming to a close pretty soon, anyways.
All right, but yeah, I should be free in a little bit, so hit me up.
Cool.
All right, take care, brother.
You too, dudes.
But yeah, that's Split.
I love it, dude.
And as you can see, it's not 100% done yet. Want to get this popping issue pretty much set and straight before its official release, but it will be the first font that goes out upon my return, along with my regular library. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, up to May the 4th, up till May the 4th. I've probably got about 6 new fonts coming out. May the 4th is going to have a very special release. And then it's pretty much going to be, depending upon who's on, I think it's going to be all hands on deck with Kenobi, to be truthful. There's so many font makers who are going to be jumping on Kenobi, and I think the popular consensus is by the time that series is done at the end of June, there's going to be several versions releasing. So
That's gonna be awesome.
it's not going to matter when it comes out either. You know, I mean, you could wait for your favorite font maker to make it. You could wait for, you could buy the first one that comes out. You can get them all. I encourage that. I encourage every person who makes one, and you're a fan of Obi, buy them all. Buy them all from everybody. See all, see the differences. I mean, is it sourced from the same spot? Yeah, it's all sourced from the same spot. But see what flavor everybody uses. Not everybody utilizes the same style. I mean, look,
Yeah.
Harry and I have very different Malgus fonts. You can tell that they're Malgus fonts, but they're very unique and different.
Yep. That's what everybody brings something unique to the table in this game.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it. There's no
Link's
nobody's the
Return of the
best.
Jedi is different from Harry's, which is different from mine, which is different. They're all. I mean, yeah, same source, absolutely.
Yep. There's
Do
not,
they all sound 100% exactly the same? No.
There's not
No,
one
they're
out
all
there
built
that's
differently.
the best. There's everybody has something else. Something unique to bring. So that's what's awesome about it.
Couple
And it
weeks,
all
Isaac. It's going to be a couple weeks.
Boils down to what you like. you
Yeah.
know? I mean, everyone has their favorite font artist for a reason. Because it's that style, it's that flavor that they add to it that they just like.
Could just be
Yeah.
the person,
It could be,
Yeah, that's true.
but whatever reason it is, I mean, you buy the fonts from the person that you like for a reason, and that's fine.
I've heard some absolutely fire, unbelievably amazing, top tier, god tier fonts come out of some completely unknown people, and I've known or not, and I've heard some trash come out of the quote unquote best of the best. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
I myself have made hot garbage, and I've made good stuff, and I've made some meh stuff, and I've made some good stuff. So,
Yeah, that's how it goes.
pick your flavor. To this very day, I still hate my sequel flex font. I still hate it. I still hate it. A lot of
I
people love it. I hate it.
I mean, that's kind of the good thing about the Saber community nowadays, because granted, I didn't necessarily get into it whenever it like first kicked off, but I've been in for around about 4 or 5-ish years. So whenever I first started getting into it, primarily Saberfont was your go-to website, and there wasn't a whole lot. You kind of had to find the one. But now it's gotten to a point in the Saber community to where it's like, oh, you want Obi-Wan font? Oh, you want a Darth Vader font? Okay, well, pick which one you think sounds the best. Like that's great. That's the amount and the variety that we have, and I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the thing about sound too, and that's why I love making fonts, is because there's like more, even like more options than like painting a picture or like doing photography. Like sound is such an unlimited, untapped universe that like people are still creating new things that people haven't heard before, and that's why I love this, because even I'll come up with something new, and it blows my mind. And I'm like, oh, I fucking love this. This is so great, and you just have those moments. Like, that's what it's all for.
And to this very day, people who buy multiple fonts still mix and match.
Oh, yeah.
They still mix and match. Like they'll pull an ignition off of Link's. They'll pull a hum off of mine. They'll pull a smooth swing off of Harry's, and they'll pull a Prion off of Grayscale.
Yeah.
And they will literally play Tetris and Jenga with their own font. And they'll build their own font out of it, and they're happy. They should be. They bought them. It's theirs.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do. Of course, back in the day with Plector Labs format, it was monophonic. It was a little. To me, it didn't sound that great if you did mix and match, but especially when Smooth Swing and polyphonic started coming out and becoming sort of the norm.
Yeah.
I did that a lot. I took various smooth swings from a lot of the default files. I took various NEC fonts that I bought from Saber Font, and I put little bits in there, and I would make my own fonts. It's fun.
People are still doing
really
it.
fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Because we're all not going to hear something the same. We're just straight up not.
That's 100% true, and everybody has different flavor, even with music. Like, some people like bass-heavy stuff. Some people like, really treble-heavy stuff. Clean audio. I mean, everybody likes different flavors when it comes to sound in general, not even just lightsaber sounds. It's like everybody likes different things.
It's funny that you mention that, because my son and my daughter listen to very, very different music. Okay. My daughter loves the mainstream hip hop, the pop station. All right. And when we're all in the car, he's all like, "Can y'all just turn this garbage off? I hate it." So he comes out to the kitchen yesterday, and he found this person on YouTube who makes 80s style remixes of these pop songs. So you've got a freaking Doja Cat song being sung in the style of like Billy Joel. But it works.
Yeah.
And they've got these 80s style guitar riffs going, and it was never meant to have that, but it just works so freaking well. So it's like he doesn't hate the song. He just hates how it's originally produced. You mix it into something that he enjoys, and I think it's funny he likes 80s music anyway. I blame Cobra Kai for that. But you see what I'm saying? Like he can take something that he doesn't like and turn it into something that he does like. It's the same thing with fonts. A lot of people would be like, "Forz, I don't like your Clash 8, 10, 13, 14, and 15, so I threw links in there. Good. I'm glad that you did. Thank you for supporting our work. Thank you for supporting our work. I appreciate that. And it tells me what I can do better with next time. I've only ever had beef with one customer. One. And I'll tell you exactly what it was over. Tracks. Fours doesn't do tracks because tracks do not belong to font makers.
Yeah.
We cannot sell tracks.
Well, I made
Period.
a track. I made a track for Maz's basement.
That's fine. You can make your track, but if you just drag and drop something you're supposed to be purchasing off of iTunes or the Play Store,
Yeah.
it's not ours. We can get into some hella trouble for that.
Yeah.
See,
So that's
with-
why I choose not to.
with that, I personally say, if you're wanting a track, like if you're wanting a movie exact track or something,
Make it yourself.
either that or just go to YouTube, rip it as an MP3, and put it on your own hilt.
There you go. It's
That way-
literally that simple.
That way,
for you,
it's
yeah.
it's your. I do it all the time.
Or support your font makers and get the font of somebody who does do tracks, and congratulations, you've just contributed to your community.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Fours is never going to tell you not to buy from somebody. Never. And if you hear otherwise, you've been lied to.
Yeah, I'm not ever going to tell anybody not to buy from somebody. I mean, you can buy whatever you want. I don't care. I mean, like I said earlier, for me, it's not even about the money, so. Get whatever font you like. Well, my camera battery is about to be toast, so I better cut this off before it just goes to black, so. Gentlemen, I really appreciate you both popping in, and thanks to everybody in the chat.
Had a fun time.
Who came in, and like I said, this is going to be a weekly thing, so, and you heard some of all of our stuff that we got coming on soon, so stay tuned, get excited, get hyped, and we'll see y'all again next week. May the force be with you.
Later, peeps.